Sometimes I'm asked, what makes SongWorks different from other methodologies, even though we don't call it a methodology. And I know the OR folks have very much, for decades, avoided and wanted people not to say this is the OR method. The people who are specialists in Kodai have not resisted that terminology as much, and it is more methodological, but semantics can just make us, get a headache, really, thinking about what to call this or that. But when people say, what's the biggest difference? One of the most visible, biggest differences is the way we deal with notation. I think it's the way we deal with notation. So, if you went to your classrooms and you sang a song, you immersed your children in a song in a game, and you wanted them to study the cadence chunk. That's often where we look for what can we study. You wanted them to study the cadence chunk. Let's say it was the rhythm. You would tap. Let's do the Muffin Man. Oh, do you know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Oh, do you know the Muffin Man who lives on Drury Lane? Do the cadence chunk again in your hand. Who lives on Drury Lane? Again. Who lives on Drury Lane? That is now, especially when we play around with, that is in your body. And I often say to my students and my student teachers, put the music in the children's bodies. Get it in their bodies. It's in their body. And turning to this. And then turning to this. So the dotting, song dotting, evolves from what is already in the children, what they've already done. Whether they're dotting beats or rhythms or melodies, they're song dotting. They're putting on paper, making it graphic, what is already in their bodies. If you had them make a motion to the cadence chunk, who lives on Drury Lane? Put your finger up. Here we go. Who lives on Drury Lane? Oh, do it again. Who lives on Drury Lane? The feeling of the flow of the music is already in your body. If you turn to, or have the children turn to a map and just map that cadence, we now have a line map. Another key way we notate. Sometimes it's the whole song, sometimes it's not the whole song. For those of you looking for what are the rules here, I teach preschoolers and I've never had them do the mapping because of the context in which I teach. They read my maps, they follow them, they read them, I send them home, but I don't have them do the mapping. So, another, who lives on Drury Lane? If you were to draw a little icon that the children knew that was the part of the song, what would you draw? A little
house.
Oh, house.
Street.
Okay. A house
with a lane in it.
on a street. Yeah, you might put a tree. And so when they get to this, sorry, this is pitiful, but it's okay. Who lives on Drury Lane? It's okay. It's just a house and a little. They would know that that icon. So now we have a graph of an idea, an ideograph, and those are the three primary ways that we notate music. It's not a substitute for conventional notation. It's not. It's an alternative view. And it makes music notation immediately accessible to the children by having them they are able to notate themselves. They are able to notate with maps, song dots in particular, in real time with their performance of the music. That is amazing. I want to say that again. Song dots and mapping allow children to notate the sound they're producing in real time when they're producing it. Conventional notation doesn't let that happen.